Hello everyone, today is Saturday, December 25th, 2021. The following are the important articles that we have to read in the Hindu newspaper for competitive examinations. The first article is half of tested Omicron cases had 2 doses. This is in regards to ICMR. The reason that we have to read this article is the efficacy of vaccines. What is the level of protection that vaccines are offering? Are they vaccines or some sort of an alternative treatments? From that perspective, do read this article. Coming to page number 6, that is editorial. There are two important editorials. Simple ways to better counts of Omicron in India. That is in regards to how cases are to be reported, how cases are to be calculated and counted. The second article is a shot in the arm. This is in regards to alternate treatments that are available to COVID-19. This is something that we have to discuss, something that we have to learn about, so that we have a comprehensive understanding of what are the treatment protocols that are available for COVID-19, which seems to stay with us for a longer period of times than we anticipated or one hoped for. So we need to learn about the alternative methods apart from the vaccines that are being touted. So that is how you approach these articles. So coming to page number 8, the article that we are looking for is plea seeks uniform judicial code for high courts. So this is something that we have to learn about. Not important as of right now, but understand the concept of uniform judicial code, why it is necessary, what are the roadblocks in implementing it, what has been the history of uniform judicial code in our country, has there been a request for uniform judicial code in our country. That is how you approach this article. The matter of this article is not important, but the idea or the concept of uniform judicial code is very much important. Coming to page number 9, poll panel to visit UP next week. So what you have to learn from this article is what are the ways that an election commission of India approaches an election. That is something that you have to be aware of, and what are the rules and regulations that govern the laws, the constitutional laws that govern the election commission of India, and the role of a chief election commissioner. From that perspective, so election perspective, read this article. Coming to page number 10, news, 8 integrated Ayush hospital opened in UP. So what is Ayush? What are Ayush hospitals? What is the integration mean? How does it assist our healthcare infrastructure? From that perspective, do read this article. To page number 11, that is world. The first article is more tenement memorials removed in Hong Kong. What is going on in Hong Kong? Why the memorials are being removed? What is Tiananmen Square massacre that the China is trying to suppress and the world has to recognize? Now moving on, Russia fines Google Meta record 125 million over illegal content. What is the illegal content that Russia deemed that these two companies need to pay fines over? How does that affect Indian laws? In the sense, what are Indian laws in regards to governing social media content? Try to read it from that perspective. South Korean ex-president Park in prison for graft gets pardon. So this is just an informative article, nothing much. Try to understand what has happened in that ex-president case. Apart from it, don't worry about it much. To page number 12, that is business monetary policy is financially inclusive. This is again a statement from RBI's Patra. Try to understand what they are trying to say here. Why they are saying that the monetary policy that they have been adopting and have adopted is financially inclusive. What are the factors that led them to say this? And the question is, are they really inclusive? And what do they mean by being inclusive? Now, government said to decriminalize meteorology law. Just informative, nothing much, but sometimes out of nowhere these kinds of questions are asked when a government is trying to decriminalize something. Engineering exports to China doubled in November. So first thing that you have to understand is the trade deficit between both of our countries. Why particularly this engineering exports to China doubling is a good sign, and also try to understand the other areas where India needs to improve its export capabilities, particularly in regards to China. These are the important articles that we have to read for competitive examinations. Thank you. Stay safe. Namaste. Please do subscribe.